This episode is brought to you by the Drive and Drivel podcast. Find it on Spotify, Apple, Google and Apple Music. Hello guys, welcome back to another video. This time we have a real driving test, not a mock test. And you're going to see 2 serious faults, 4 minor faults, and I have to tell you, one of these serious faults is a doozy. Starting off on the sat-nav from the test centre. Not long before they get asked to carry out the first normal stop, just pulling up on the left here. Fairly standard as they move away from the test centre. And just not long before we pick up a fault here. Now there's full priority to make a left or a right turn. The speed here was really quite low, so they've been given a wee minor fault for just not getting enough progress made. In other words, once it's your priority and you can tell it's safe, get a move on, don't dilly-dally. Now they're getting told to pull up on the left after they enter this little street here. I don't think this is a great idea, getting them to stop on this road. It's such a small road. However, the candidate does it absolutely fine, maintains the distance correctly, and then gets moving off again. No trains today, so they managed to get through this section alright. And it's not long before we come across another fault. The next fault that you're going to see comes under the category of being a little bit slow to react, not to these lights, but once they get past this roundabout, they come to some traffic lights just outside the college. And if you look really closely, there's a man pressed the button on our right hand side. He might just be able to make him out. So really this is where you want to be checking your mirrors and getting prepared to stop. There's Amber, we're still driving, a bit of a really late break there. So they managed to get stopped in time, but would have loved to have seen them reacting a little bit quicker. Now they've been asked to turn right at the second set of traffic lights, so they move over in plenty of time. It's quite a good idea that, because it is the next set of lights that they're turning at. Now the fault here, you can see there's 2 cars in front waiting to turn right, and as the 2 cars in front make their turn, there's an oncoming car with priority, and the candidate in this occasion decides to make a turn in front of them, which, as you're about to see, slows them down a little bit. It was a fair call by the examiner, so watch this. Really should be just holding back here, letting that oncoming car through, but they choose to make their move there. So that's a judgment call, and marked as serious because there was another car affected by it. We're going to get asked again to pull up on the left, just a normal stop. Again, no trouble here. They do the stop fine, and then they get moved off again. during this drive there was a couple of minor faults that was marked, but I couldn't see it in the video, things that I couldn't tell because I've not got an inward facing camera. Again, just stopping here behind this parked car, moving off at a bit of an angle, no problems that I could find here. And we're not far away from quite a big, severe, serious fault, so keep watching towards the end for this next one. They're about to get asked to do their manoeuvre, which in this case is pulling up on the right side of the roads. Managed that fine, they picked a nice place. They're doing a good job of reversing, pausing for oncoming cars, just a quick pause, let them pass, carrying on. Now guys, what you're about to see is a classic example of someone who finds themselves in the wrong lane and they try so hard to go the way they've been asked to go. Now watch this, the instruction is to turn left at the traffic lights. Now for whatever reason they find themselves coming around this corner on the right hand lane. Now there's 3 lanes in total. It's very, very clearly marked that you cannot turn left from this lane, and you certainly can't turn left from that middle lane. Now they actually do a good job, look, it's clear in the mirror, they do a good job moving over, but they don't get over to the left lane. They end up in this middle lane, which is for turning right only. It's very clear on the road. Now they get stopped here as the lights change. Now, what do you think is about to happen? Drop a comment, tell me. What would you have done in this position right now? Just because you've asked to turn left by the examiner doesn't mean you have to. Don't be a hero and try and turn left. You should go where the lane lets you go. Now when these lights change, you can tell there was a little bit of uncertainty, but they make their turn to the left. This is an absolute no-no. From here, there's no other faults recorded. All you're really going to see is the route back towards the test centre. If you take anything away from watching this video, it has to be that if you find yourself in the wrong lane, don't worry, just go the way that that lane takes you, and there's a way of getting back on track. Whether it's going round the roundabout, whether it's the sat-nav automatically rerouting itself, just don't do what you're not allowed to do in that lane. Hope that's been helpful, guys. Feel free to leave us a comment, like, subscribe, check out our podcast, and we'll see you for the next one.